Hello, my name is Natalie Eve Marquis. I'm an intuitive healer, reader, and teacher. And today I want to talk about the phrase, follow your bliss, and where we kind of got off track with that phrase, and especially how it applies to our life purpose and our life path. So when we think of that term, follow your bliss, doesn't it fill you with lots of hope and juicy anticipation, right? It's like full of possibilities. But where we go wrong, or where we kind of get off track, is that we think that statement means that we only have one bliss. There's only one right bliss. And the fact is, we have lots of blisses. So that's number one. Number two is that we think that there's only one path to bliss, like there's only one right way to do our bliss. And that's not true either. And then the other thing that we think is that my work has to be my primary source of my bliss. Well, that's definitely not true. We're going to talk about all of these in a little bit more detail. And the fourth thing is that if I follow my bliss, I'll be in this beautiful insulated bubble, life will be grand, I'll never experience any strife or problems. Well, that's definitely not true either. So let's talk about what it really means to follow your bliss. So here's what I want you to know, is that your soul came in here to experience things and to grow and to expand. And in order to do that, it planted within you the seeds of desire. Neville Goddard said that these seeds of desire, the desire, that heartfelt calling, that longing, I'm not just talking about passion and enthusiasm, I'm talking about that deep, heartfelt yearning to do something or to experience something. That's the seed of desire that was planted within you. And get this, inside that seed has the plan and the power of expression. That's what Neville Goddard said. It has the plan and the power of expression. This means that if you're an acorn, you're going to grow into a majestic, beautiful acorn. You don't have to work at it. You don't have to figure it out. You don't have to go outside and consult with 30 billion people about how to live your plan. The acorn already has the plan within itself. It already has its own divine blueprint, and that will unfold naturally and beautifully if we kind of just get out of our own way. And by that, I seriously mean tuning into that heartfelt yearning, that joy that you're wanting to experience. That will guide you, that will tug you in the right direction. Consider that a heartfelt yearning to experience your joy, to live your joy. That is a magnet that is pulling you in the direction of your soul's purpose. It was planted within that seed of desire, both the plan and the expression. So if you're an acorn, you're going to grow into a majestic oak. If you're a sunflower seed, you will grow into a beautiful sunflower. If you're a pumpkin, you're going to grow into a luscious pumpkin. So like that seed of desire, those seeds of desire that were planted within you, that has the plan already in it. And the way we know that plan, the way we follow that plan, is to listen to what brings us joy, like to know and go within and really honor what brings us joy. Now, a lot of clients will come to me and say, but I don't know what my path is and my plan is. A lot of time deep down they really do, but society or their parents, or they've told themselves something about that isn't true. So for example, if you had wanted to be an artist, but your parents or the community has made you feel like art wasn't important, you've probably stuffed that way down deep below the surface. But your heart is wanting to experience that, to live that, to have that be a juicy, joyful part of your life. So you need to follow the seeds of that calling. For other people, it's a thirst for travel and experiencing other people and cultures, but they've told themselves it's not possible. Well, you can do that on so many levels and so many different ways. right where you live. You can go explore things locally. You can go explore things the next town over. So those seeds of desire, they are already within you. And inside that seed of desire, it already has the plan, and it already has the way it's going to express itself. So we don't need to figure out the how. Just like in law of attraction, the how is not up to us. What's up to us is to tune in and to listen to that, those call for joys, that follow our joy, follow your bliss. And we're meant to do that, not just on a grand scale, and not just when we're thinking about, what do we want to do for our career and our work, or where do we want to live, or how do we want to live our lives. We're meant, so think of it this way. The phrase follow your joy is not just a mission or a vision statement. It's a navigational tool. So really think about that, because I get all excited when I think of when this hit me, is that follow your joy is a navigational tool. This means we're supposed to use it every day to help guide us to allowing that seed within us, that seed of desire, to unfurl in its most beautiful expression that it was meant to be. So when we follow our bliss, use that as a navigational tool, if we follow our joy, it will lead us to the greatest expression of that desire that's possible for us. So to give you a concrete example, if you are a small business person, or say you're a life coach, or something like that, and you're considering all these options about how you can grow your business. You can do a podcast. There's so much out there, telling us what to do and how to do it. You can do a podcast. You can grow your email list. You can host workshops. You can do online webinars. You can write blogs. There's just so many different ways that a lot of times we get frozen in all of the options and possibilities. So how do you know what the right one is for you? Because you tune in, you consider all those options, and you think, which one of these will bring me the most joy to do? And then go do that one. Because what brings you joy is going to be different from what brings Jonathan joy. Each one of us is a little different. I know this from marketing. I did marketing and design. I still do it. I did it for 34 years. And what I learned is that I couldn't just slap on a marketing recipe onto a person. It just wouldn't work because it didn't line up. It didn't always, different marketing strategies don't align with every person. So the key was to find 2 or 3 things that individual could do naturally, easily, and well, and then have them do that. Their joy in doing those things would help them grow and expand. It would help them attract their tribe, because when you're doing things that bring you joy, oh my God, it just lights up your energy. I know it lights up mine. It gets me so excited. Actually doing this work, talking to you today, this gets me all excited. So anyway, your joy, that heartfelt longing, it's a seed of desire that already has the plan in it. It already has all the methods of self-expression, and all you do is need to follow the joy as a navigational tool. Now, this doesn't mean that, again, like I said before, that life is going to be bliss and we're never going to have any problems. The truth is when we're following our joy, occasionally it's going to ask us to stretch our comfort zone. And this is because Spirit is always stretching, growing, and expanding us too. So following our joy is going to ask us to stretch our comfort zone occasionally. And occasionally we're going to have to, we've got a things to do list, stuff that we don't always want to do. But I can tell you, when you incorporate more things that align with your joy in your life, then those things to do lists are so much easier to do. So, and stretching your comfort zone becomes less of a challenge. It's a little more exciting because you're on path and you know that this is for your highest good. And whatever happens, you learn from it, and you just keep stepping, you just keep following those stepping stones of joy. So I hope you found this helpful. In my blog article, I talk about this a lot more. I talk about the vibration of joy, what it means to follow your joy and how it impacts the vibration of not just you, but the whole planet. I also talk more about the seeds of desire and what that means. And I provide 10 tips, 10 different ways you can incorporate more joy into your life on a daily basis. Joy, it's the secret. So go check out that blog article. There's a bunch of freebies in there. One's called Joy Spotting, and it is by Ingrid Fell, I believe. It's a wonderful little worksheet, tip sheet that will help you find more joy in your daily experience. So I'd love to hear about how you're following your joy. If you found this helpful, if you have any questions, please reach out. I always get back to people, and I'd love your participation, and I'd love to hear what you're thinking, and I'd love to hear what you're doing to follow your joy. So this is Natalie Eve Marquis from Sedona, Arizona. I am an intuitive healer, reader, teacher, and coach. And so talk to you next time. Talk to you soon. Bye-bye.